We are back with some Need for Speed Unbound news. This is new for today. We saw this gameplay talking about risk and reward. Well, we finally have the details. This article is telling us about turning up the heat. See, I like that heat, my baby. 1 million bank. That's what's at stake at the Grand, the biggest race in Lakeshore. Think you have what it takes? You're gonna need to turn up the heat, race hard, be fast, and win your races. So straight away, 1 million bank. You actually saw me mention in the trailer video. I was kind of surprised to see in this 200,000. So that instantly tells me, because it clearly shows that they won. As you can see right here, first place, 200,000. That is an end game race. So this tells a little bit more about the progression, considering the fact that yes, 1 million bank seems to be the end race amount of money, which is a big amount of money for Need for Speed. But we've got some races that give you 200,000. That is insane. But there may also be some betting involved in here, which we did see a little bit earlier. Anyway, we've got some new stuff. You can't just walk into the Grand. You'll need cash, which is bank, and cars to compete. And that means you have to win races. Even if you don't come first in every single race, placing will net you some cash. Cash means more upgrades. More upgrades means faster finishes. So we actually get to see the Fox body here. And this is week 1. You can see that they got busted and lost money. That's pretty cool. So on this graphic, it's showing us exactly how this works. We've got banked 10,000, banked 8,000, banked 6,000, and they actually lost 150 there. So they didn't do great to begin with, but it shows you in a week you can lose. Oh, and along here too. Throughout the week, starting with Sunday. Hey, that's wrong. We're gonna have a big old debate. Sunday is not the beginning of the week. It should be Monday. I already fixed my Google Calendar. Don't play. We've got some special icons here. I don't know. Maybe they're extra cash if you do A-class events. That's assuming what that is. And it tells you what heat level they had. So clearly they got busted and their heat level reset, but it's been building back up again. I don't know if you keep it throughout the week, considering that you still have here heat level 0. So maybe every kind of day-night session, it keeps going. But it seems like here, heat level 2, I don't know. Maybe it means instant heat level 2 or something. You must win the qualifiers for 3 weeks to get to the Grand. So there's 3 weeks. So I guess week 3. What? It says 4. Is that bonus content? Hey, come on. You must win the qualifiers for 3 weeks. Okay, that would make sense. Bank your cash Sunday through Friday. Hey, I just said. So the final qualifier events are a big 3-part race, which happens on a Saturday. That's the qualifier. And to enter it, you need to have a wad of cash to pay the entry fee and a car that can keep up with the other races. So that's pretty good. It very much is kind of giving me a Pro Street vibe. We already thought this was kind of the case, but this is explaining it in plain English for us. I love that they're dropping so much information, and I really do like this. It's a spin kind of on the heat idea. You can see how much money they've been earning through this week with 11,000 here, 13, 10, 11. But of course, you've got to upgrade the car. Otherwise, you ain't going to enter. So this one is an A-class. I've already upgraded it. You can see it's a spicy ride. Winning a qualifier race ain't no joke. It takes nerves of steel to burn up the streets of Lakeshore. If you win, you'll be ordered with a grip of cash and a legendary custom car. That would make sense then. So yeah, you unlock this car. Is pretty obvious. So it's super tricked out with a unique body kit and custom wrap. So I'm guessing it's kind of like the Kaiser cars we had previously. The Grand is like a souped up qualifier. I mean, what? Qualifying for the Grand with a twist. You'll need a big buy-in and 4 different cars with different tiers of performance to participate in. Do you know, this game kind of screams New Game Plus. If there ain't no New Game Plus where you can just keep looping and get better and better cars each time, I don't know what you guys are playing. So there's 4 different races in a row, and you'll get 1 million bank if you win. It says when. What do you mean when? Do you mean when? You saying it's easy? As you win races, your heat increases. The more you win, the higher the heat. As your heat increases, Lakeshore's finest up their game, increasing tactics, capabilities, resources, and one thing in mind: to take you down. The heat you accumulate from day races goes with you into night, increasing the risk, bumping up the rewards. Get busted without banking your dough, and basically you'll go broke. So as we assumed, yes, carries on tonight. I thought it may be carried on throughout the whole week, but no, it's just day to night. Each event actually has its own heat value, some of them with a higher risk than others. I really do like that. So you can go for a low risk event if you were scared little baby. I'm going for the big boy one. Now I'm probably gonna do a mixture. Once the cops are called in, you can take them out or hide. The longer the chase, the higher the heat, the more aggressive the cops. Heat 1 to 2, you'll be facing Dodge Charger patrol cars and all-wheel drive Ford Explorers. Nice. Heat level 3 gives you the Corvettes, which I love that they've always been Corvettes. That's so cool. So those, I imagine, are just a lot quicker. Heat level 4 gives you undercover Camaro cops and the pursuit helicopter. And get to heat level 5, and the Ford F150 Raptor joins the pursuit. That's right, a helicopter chasing you. There's no ramming to disable it. Either lose it with your expert driving skills or hide. Also, can I just say this gameplay was given to us at 4K. It looks so much better than the previous YouTube video. Go back to a safe house or keep racing and you up the money or heat you will get. That's pretty sick. So it's kind of like an elevation of what Ghost have always done. They've always had this cops being the kind of zombies equivalent to how Call of Duty is, just constantly just upping the game with how much stuff they can add to this and how many iterations of it they can do. It started with Need for Speed Rivals having the get in or you gonna get killed by the cops. I love the pizza wheel. It's so sick. This man must work for a pizza place for sure. Not final artwork, just so you know. Street racing through the city lakeshore is gonna take everything you've got, and even then, you're not guaranteed to win. Take your winnings, even if you've placed dead last, and save it up to add some more power to your ride. Winning guarantees a payday. Even if you don't win, bank your cash you earn from a race so that you can hit bigger races with higher buy-ins, upgrade and customize your machine and gear, and get better finishes. There is a side hustle, and that's side bets. Yeah, we spoke about this. Come on. So throw in some cash against other people, as you see on the screen here. We can make bets with other people and make some more dollars. Adding a side bet changes the dynamic of the race. So don't bet what you're willing. I'm just gonna go for the bottom one. Anyone that's under me, be ready. Pantsman gonna take you out. If you're above me, please continue. Meetups where you can test your skills against other races and make some quick loot via side bets. Remember, the higher the risk, the greater the reward. Go all in, go all out. Need some advice? Check these tips. There's tips. Oh, that's cool. They've actually got tips and tricks how to make bank and get. So there's even more details here. That is sick. So you're struggling with a qualifier, you can lower the difficulty. Don't be a baby. It's what they say. Don't be a find a spot to lay low, kill your engine. This is something. Oh yeah, this is something that Criterion did in Most Wanted 2012. From memory, you could actually hide from the cops. You've never really been able to do that, at least in the Need for Speed before that. Criterion added that, and honestly, it's super sick. Of course, if your lights are out, it's nighttime, you're hiding away, you're in an alleyway, shut off. That just makes sense. Stash your cash and make sure it lasts. Of course, you don't want to spend all your money. Tune your ride. That's a pretty obvious one. Side hustles. Delivery missions. So there's actually going to be missions in the game. Thank you. Of course, there's activities and collectibles. That's pretty normal. So missions is something that I always thought Need for Speed kind of needed. Just different types of events that add to the story and progression. That's what I loved about Heat, having those little elements. Although some of them weren't great, and some of them, once you do them once, that was enough. It's still really good to see, considering that it just adds to the flavor of the game. I'm gonna watch this trailer a million times. I don't know about you. It's nice to see some gameplay. Now, a couple of things I did want to mention about this very footage. I noticed some screen tearing in the trailer, and I was a little bit confused, but I noticed it doesn't go over the minimap or anything, so I think it's actually part of the effect. It's a bit of a weird one to do. Anyway, I noticed, look at how the car's kind of driving. So you'll notice the drift. A lot of people have been worried about how the kind of handling really does work, and this is something we can't really talk, we can't really say until I actually try it, but this is pretty clearly a decent high-end car. But every time you notice a drift or a slide in this, it seems to me so much less brake to drift than normal. Now, I'm not gonna say it's not brake to drift. I'm positive brake to drift's still gonna be in this damn game. But the slides, that looks like handbrake, right? That looks like a handbrake tap. This slide here, look how much it slows down the car. It doesn't allow it to really slide. So is this a more grip race oriented car? And then we can obviously probably slide if you really want to just put ice on your wheels. All the slides, they very much look like they're not the normal brake to drift slides. Again, they said they've updated this physics model. This is something we're gonna have to wait and see, but I'm willing to say surely by now we're gonna get a little somewhere with it. Also, little note, he only lost a smidgen of health, but he hit him. We got to see all of this, how this all plays out. Now, there is more information on multiplayer. If that's something you want to hear, please be sure to subscribe, because maybe we'll make some content on that. It's pretty important, but it's going to be a little bit of a complainy one. We'll see. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and I'm happy with that information. That is proper helpful. I'll see you next time, friends. Peace.